Welcome to the Love You Deserve podcast. I'm your host, Coach Yolanda Bethay. Let's jump into today's episode. Have you ever went along with something knowing that you really didn't want to do what everybody else wanted to do? I remember once that our family went on a trip to Niagara Falls, and I am scared of water. So, guess who went along to get along? Me, terrified. On our way there in the car, I heard shh. That was the water rushing. Oh my God. Started having panic attack right then. Terrified of water. I'm terrified of water. Why, you ask? Why are you terrified of water? I'm terrified of water because when I was 17, I almost drowned. Yeah. So I have a little trauma around water. And so going to Niagara Falls may have been wonderful for everybody else in the family, but it was traumatic for me. And who went along to get along? I did. And did they even consider my trauma when they decided they wanted to go? Of course not. What about the time that I hid how smart I was so that people around me wouldn't be intimidated? Anybody ever done that? Mm. There was one time when I agreed to go to a Mexican restaurant. Now, those who know me personally know, not a fan of Mexican food. Not a fan. But who went to the Mexican restaurant because everybody else in the group was alcoholics and they wanted to drink? I did. And who had sex when they really didn't want to have sex because they wanted to keep a man? I know none of you can relate to that, but that was me. That was me. What about you? What have you settled for that you really didn't want to do because you want to keep a girlfriend or you want to keep a status or you want to keep a guy? What have you played yourself small in and why? Why do we do that? We do that because we think that if we're less, other people won't be intimidated. But you know what? That's their problem, not yours. Did you hear what I said? I said if your greatness, if who you are intimidates people around you, that's their problem, not your problem. You were not made to shrink. You were not made to dim your lights. And you were not made to be silent just so you could be liked. No. Because when you play small, you attract people, and especially men, who benefit from your silence. If you don't stand up for yourself, people will run over you and take advantage of you. So, yeah, if you're the kind of person that they can manipulate into doing what they want you to do, they're going to be happy. But when you play yourself small, you don't even know that subconsciously you are attracting those people. Playing small also causes you to create relationships that are rooted in performance. You find yourself constantly having to jump through hoops instead of just being who God made you to be. You find yourself doing, 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 doing. And if you're not doing, you don't feel like you're worthy of their attention, respect, or love. And that's just not true. You are worthy of their attention, respect, and love just because of who you are. You are beautiful. You are wonderfully made. God loves you. Coach Yolanda loves you. You are enough just the way you are, whatever size you are, whatever age you are. You are the bomb.com. And I need you to know that so you won't be walking around playing small. So people will like you. The people who don't like you are not going to like you if you become rich. They're not going to like you if you're poor. They're not going to like you if you're skinny. They're not going to like you if you're fat. People who don't like you just don't like you. And you can't change somebody else's opinion of you. But we must learn not to internalize somebody else's opinion of us and cause us to change our life by trying to please them. That's people pleasing. And people pleasing comes from the root of rejection. So when we have unresolved rejection, we try to please people so they won't reject us. And part of not being rejected is playing small. I don't want to offend you. I don't want you to run away from me. I don't want you to stop being my friend or my boyfriend or my situationship. I don't want to lose you in my life. So I'm going to play small. I'm going to be who you need me to be so that you're comfortable, even at my own expense. That's negative behavior. And that is behavior that we want to change. Playing small, number 3, will cause you to lose sight of who you really are because you fail to show up as your authentic self. See, there's a guy out there who's attracted to who you really are. And if you don't show up as yourself, he'll never meet you. And wouldn't it be heartbreaking if the guy that is looking for who you really are and he never sees you because you never show up as yourself? Wouldn't that be heartbreaking? You don't have to earn love by being less than who you are. Did you hear what I just said? I said that you do not have to earn love by being less than who you really are. You are enough. Say it after me. I am enough. People will make you feel like you will be enough when you're this size. Well, you'll be enough when you make this amount of money. Well, you'll be enough if you drive this kind of car, this kind of SUV. No, you are enough now. And you are enough because God created you. And when he looked at you, he said, that's good. Oh, yeah, that's good. You are enough and you're worthy of love just the way you are. Am I saying don't fix character flaws? Let me give you some balance. Am I saying if you got a bad attitude, it's okay to stay there? I am not. Am I saying that if you're a dishonest person, it's okay to continue to be a liar? No, I'm not. Character matters. What I'm saying is character and your authentic self is two different things. It's two different things. When I say your authentic self, I mean your personality. I don't mean your character because those things are different. Hope I'm making sense. Shoot me an email, DM me if you have a question. Your journal prompt. I want you to whip out your journals and ask yourself this question. When have I held back my voice? When have I held back my dreams, my goals, my ambitions, or my boundaries in a relationship to be liked. This could be a girl friendship, or it could be a relationship with a guy, or it could be a relationship with family members. It could be a coworker relationship. But when have you held back who you were in a relationship so that you could be liked? Go back and think of a time you did that. How did that make you feel? And ask yourself, was it worth it? I can promise you, compromising to go to Niagara Falls was not worth it for me. I can promise you that hiding my intelligence so other people will feel better about themselves wasn't worth it for me. I can promise you that going to a Mexican restaurant and not having anything good to eat while everybody else was having a wonderful time was not worth it for me. And I can most definitely promise you that having sex sooner than I wanted to keep a man, was definitely not worth it for me. But what about you? What about you? Here is your affirmation for the week. I deserve a love that celebrates all of who I am, and I won't settle for less than I deserve. Did you hear what I just said? I said that I deserve a love that celebrates all of who I am, and I won't settle for less than I deserve. Period. I won't settle. And if what I am is too much for you, then it just shows me that you're not what I'm looking for. It doesn't mean I need to shrink. It means you need to grow. And if you're not willing to grow, you're not the one for me. Minister Coach Yolanda, Minister Yolanda, is it that simple? It actually is. It's actually that simple. My husband appreciates that I have degrees like a thermometer. He appreciates that. It doesn't intimidate him. He appreciates it. He appreciates that I'm an entrepreneur. He appreciates that I have digital content. He appreciates that I don't have to shrink who I am because he is not flowing in that same creative space. He's creative, but he's just creative differently. And guess what? Opposites attract. And it makes for a wonderful team. But if the guy that you're dating can't see that who you are added to who he is makes for a wonderful team, he's not the one. And even though you may say, I'm 45, I'm 55, I'm 65, Coach Yolanda, I don't have time to keep cutting men a loose who are intimidated by who I am. But I promise you, take it from me, who was miserably married. You don't want to have somebody and be miserable just to say that you have someone. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. Here is your exercise for the week. Make a list of 5 things, 5 things that you love about yourself, and share at least one of them confidently on your next date. I love the fact that I am very caring. I care about people. And when things happen to other people, if I feel like it's happening to me and I want to pray for them or support them in any way I can, I'm just that kind of girl. That is one of the things that I love about myself. Confidently share One of those 5 things that you love about yourself on your next date. Because I want you to know that you are enough. No need, no need to play small so that you can have and keep the man of your dreams. Speaking of man of your dreams, do you have your copy of my new book? Yes, I have wrote a new book and it's called The Love You Deserve. Of course, it's called The Love You Deserve. It is on Amazon, both paperback and ebook. So you go on over there and get your copy. And so you can practically put these things into practice. Don't just be a hearer, be a doer, be a doer. Grab your copy of that book today. Are you on Instagram? If you're on Instagram, follow me at Coach Yolanda B. Coach underscore Yolanda B. I went blank. Like, what it? Am I on IG? What's my handle on IG? Coach underscore Yolanda B. Follow me. I would love to hear from you. DM me, ask me a question. I would love to shoot you an answer. That's it for today. Thank you for tuning in to the Love You Deserve podcast. This is your host, Coach Yolanda. I hope this blessed you. Share it with one person. Hop over to my website at yolandabethea.com where you can also grab a copy of my new book. You can get free resources to help you in your relationship under my blog. And I look forward to seeing you next time.